See, Joseph McCarthy was on the right track. He was just calling them by the wrong name. He called them communists, and the communists worked in the same cell system, but the communists are just another outpouring of this same mystery religion that's had the world in turmoil for thousands of years.
Well, the outcome, I know how to basically avoid them and what's coming, I hope.
Well, you were a fellow traveler.
Well, I stepped into the middle. There's two sides to the table of when the line starts, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to end up in one of the lines that goes into the chambers, because they got bad things planned for us out here, as you were calling us the eaters. They got bad plans for us. It's not
They call us the useless eaters.
Yeah, but their idea of what is actually going to come down is about maybe 5 or 10% of the world will actually control it that much.
Yes.
Will actually have the controls. About another 20% will be allowed to work. You get a work card that will allow you to work, and then the rest of us will be given enough stipend in order to live and survive. Maybe. They don't really worry about that too much.
They don't worry about it at all, to tell you the truth.
That's pretty well true. But you were quoted something from Aleister Crowley of do what thou wilt under the whole of the law.
Do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Right. But the last part of that is under the guidance of love. That's the Thelma.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. Do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law, under will, under law.
Yeah, but it's under the love of under love. But anyway,
well, that's bullshit. That's a whole con. These people have no love. They are true sociopaths who have no conscience whatsoever.
But their idea of love is something else.
They have no conception of what love is. They operate from a pure point of what they call the intellect. If you allow emotions, this is their philosophy. If you allow emotion of any kind to interfere with your reasoning and with your reaching your goal, no matter what means you have to use to reach that goal, then you are not qualified to be a leader.
True, but you're not. You channel. They teach you to channel the emotion, but it's not really a good thing. It's not something. But see, they're not just doing this with action, with physically doing this stuff with action. They're doing this stuff when you're talking about a cult. A cult is quite real. I mean, just because you don't see the wind don't mean they don't blow.
Well, I know that.
That they're operating on.
I know that. I have witnessed ritual magic. I have seen it work. I know how dangerous it is. And
that's the level they're working on, and that's how come people are going out into the world and doing screwy things, is because the energy is being put out in order to affect certain people. Well, hopefully, protected enough myself that I can at least survive out my time.